Hi, Bill Barney here with All Things Possible, and I want to tell you a little bit about this video that you're about to see. Please forgive the audio quality is a little bit low because it's actually a live healing demonstration. Periodically, I give classes or teach classes and have little open meetings basically to educate people about energy healing and what that's all about. And this is an excerpt from one of those classes. So just to tell you a little bit about what you're about to see in this video, I asked for volunteers out of the audience. It's totally unscripted. And this woman came up that had a pain in her leg that had been there for about a year. And actually, incidentally, during the process, she realized that this pain started shortly after an accident in which her oldest daughter had actually lost her lower leg. And this woman had started having pain there, and she realized that during the process of it. But in demonstrating different energy healing techniques, I was using emotion code and body code in this particular time, and we released 4 different things and helped her just release these trapped energies, and her pain went down to a 0. Okay, so we released a couple of trapped emotions, one of frustration, one of sorrow, and then there was a no will to live energy. At some point in her life she had some hard, something hard happened, and we released that energy. And then there was finally in the peroneal nerve, the superficial peroneal nerve of her leg, there was actually a saboteur weapon of a wooden knife that an entity had probably put in there. And it's just an energy. Again, it's not an actual knife, but it's an energy that causes a disruption in her body. We released those things. After doing that, checked, and the pain was gone. So check it out. That's been almost 3 weeks ago that we did that. I just checked in with her, and the pain has not reappeared. Her leg's doing fine. So just a little demonstration. That's what you're about to see. Enjoy the video. Thank you. Is it Shannon? Yeah. Okay, welcome. So tell me what's going on with your leg.
Well, it started down here, and now it's kind of up here behind my knee and on the side of my thigh, to the back of my shoulder.
Okay, when did this start? Okay, and you're in pain right now.
Not severe, but
Okay, if you touch it or walk on it, can you really ramp it up? You really. If you straighten your leg, what number does that come up to when you straighten your leg like that? That's about a 4. Okay. I mean, have you gone to the doctor or just try to? So you got that.
The doctor, and they've done blood testing and several things.
You're probably the only person in the world that's gone to the doctor and come back with an answer of I don't know.
Stumped was the word that they use. Stumped.
Do we have any trapped emotions? And every once in a while I'll get one of these says, no, go somewhere else. But again, I find that to be the most common. Do you have any trapped emotions causing this imbalance in your yes? Column B, row 4, 2, B4 and 2. So frustration. 38 years old. Frustration. Do we need more information? Still. Siblings? Have issues with any of your siblings about that? Okay. Do you know what that's about? Okay, do you want to hang on to that? Let's release that, shall we?
We could let it go. That would be best.
So if I get you slide forward just something down to that. And do we have any more trapped emotions? We don't have very many here, I think. Do we have any more? We do. We have any hidden? Okay, so let's go to the body code. All right, so do we have any other underlying imbalances causing this disturbance in the legs? Circuit and system. Systems. nervous system, down lower right corner, is the peripheral nervous system. It is autonomic, somatic, no, it's the somatic nervous system. So it brings me down to there's an imbalance with, is it the deep cranial, superficial cranial nerve. So that's this guy that runs here. There's an imbalance. Hey, look at you. And so now that I don't have to know all what that is, I just have to know there's an imbalance there. Are there any trapped emotions? This is one where there's not trapped emotions causing an imbalance. So we just keep in mind, and you got a little note there, the superficially outside cranial nerve. Let me just check the other nerves before I leave there. Is there issues with the other, with the deep, with the common? No. Okay, go ahead and go back to home. There's no trapped emotions. So what is the imbalance with that cranial nerve? So again, she has the answers. Her body has the answers. And there's an energy there that's disturbed, that is causing an imbalance with that nerve. So, mental energy. Okay. Now this is a no will to live energy. Now I've seen this on people. There's about 3 different things with no will to live. One, somebody's been through a very depressive period in their life. Other times it could be when you was 13 years old and broke up with your boyfriend and just thought life would not go on and you just wanted to die until recess when you found a new boyfriend. I'm serious. Yes, that's an oversimplification, but I've seen things that simple cause just a short-term thing cause this energy to get locked up in the body. The other way you can do is you can actually absorb it from someone through empathy. Someone that you're close to who is very depressed or doesn't have a will to live, and you actually absorb that energy, regardless if it affects your body. You're saying, does that make sense to you? Do you have any questions about that? We don't need to go into your personal life and what's going on. Do I need to? Now, sometimes if somebody's, the body will say, no, I don't need any more information, and then that same issue will show up again a couple times later, and it'll take us back to an age, and then it'll take us to another age. One of these can get locked in at several different points in a person's life. But right now, we don't need any more information. So, unless you're in the mood to share, let's just get rid of that, shall we? Okay.
He doesn't usually let me get off with it from that. Especially for videoing it, putting it on YouTube.
Yeah, we've done that a few on our channel, our TV channel. We've done some different things. And we got into some old boyfriend issues. That was fun, right? You know, because we didn't script it beforehand. We just knew we was going to do that. It's like, no, this is about your old boyfriend. You know the one I'm talking about, right? Yeah, I do. Okay.
Well, it's interesting because just over a year ago, my oldest daughter got a car accident and lost her leg. So now I'm having pain in mine.
So there's an
It's because you are empathetic. You're very empathetic, so you pick up on other people's emotions very easily.
right, and we'll see where this goes. You know, we're coming up with other imbalances, and because it very much could be the empathic stuff, but obviously it's not serving you or her for you to take on her stuff, but empathic people do this all the time. It's just you're sponges in it, and it's out of love and concern and care for people. But I think I did. Did I really? You know what? Let's just make sure. That's not.
Can't hurt. Okay, we won't keep that.
So, is the cranial nerve happy now? No. So there's another imbalance with that, and we've got an energy there. So let's go ahead and go on an energy. Oh, this is going to be fun. Offensive. Generally, offensive energy is the dark side, and believe me, it affects us. Okay. So, is it in curse? See, and I asked about courting a minute ago. Saboteur. That's down there in the corner. You got a picture of a guy with a knife in his back. And this is a big pill for people to swallow sometimes. So open wide and say, "Aw." If it's hard for you to understand, just go with it and just open and ask yourself what that could be. But I've seen it several times. If you want to read it's energy weapons placed by another person or entity, most often an entity, into your energy field. And so everybody knows there's dark forces, there's entities without bodies that work against us. They work against the light. Of course, we know there's entities without bodies that work with the light, for the light. But these are ones that will mess with us. Other times it can be someone who, what did I have the other day with somebody? But it was somebody that had a fight with a sibling, and they let the energy of a bullet in the back. Was that you? A bullet in your shoulder blade or something? Yeah, she was always fighting. Oh, it was right between her shoulders, because she would go up to her brother and slam him right between the shoulders. Big guy, her twin. She could put him on the ground.
I could flatten him on the ground.
But apparently he got real mad. It was just like, I wish I could just shoot you in the back or something. And so he felt that energy and that intention so strong that she actually had the energy of a bullet placed in one of the vertebrae. It doesn't matter. But most of the time it comes from an entity. But they do this with the intention to drag you down. Because anything that will discourage you keeps you away from the light, from moving into light. So what I'll do is I'll just ask what this weapon is. And so is it metal? Is it wood? This is a wood weapon. So most of the time I find these very primitive. These entities have been around for a long time and they use what works. Wood. Is it a sword? Is it a dagger? It's not very big. It's a wooden knife. I don't make the rules up. I just work here. This is her information. So some kind of a wooden knife, but it's put into her energy field. And so if we was talking from if you go from a spiritual symbolism, and I'm not talking church, religious, but spiritually, energetically, if your energy, if you actually have a knife stuck in your leg, how well would you move forward through life? It would cripple you. And generally, the intention that they put it there for is they want to cripple you spiritually or energetically. Words placed here. That's just a little bit of trivia there. Most of the time when I'm doing a session, I will at this time stop, say a prayer, and ask God to send angels to remove this and take care of it. It is just an energy, and for right now, just because it's a sacred moment in space, we're going to do this and just hold your intention that energy will dissipate and just be gone. And that'll be cleared, that your body will be healed, that your spirit will be healed, and both will be filled with love. What? Check in with your pain level now. Where is it? Okay. Yeah, next time don't take so long as my kid. So.
What number was it before? Was it a 4?
It was a 4. It wasn't super intense. So here's something to know what to expect. Sometimes I do something like this, it never comes back again. But I do I try to compare this to, it's like refining gold. Okay? The first time you take all this raw crude ore, put it in a pot, bring it to a boil, and the dross floats up. Well, you clean it off, and it looks perfect and fine. And that's where she is right now. It looks perfect and fine. Her body says it's great. I don't have any pain. I feel good. But over time, it hasn't felt this good in a long time. But over time, a couple more things as we keep the heat to the fire may float up. I may check in with her a couple of days later, and she say, you know what, my pain level's back up a little bit. Now, it's not as bad as it was. And then we'll go ahead and we'll pull off the imbalances. And it's a refining process. Sometimes it'll float up. So what I'm saying is if you find in a couple of days or a week that it starts back up again a little bit. There's a few more things, but right now we've taken away a lot we've taken a lot of the imbalances. That's what works with the body. So you're welcome.